Been trying to reach you.
What is up?
Hey.
Jim.
Yeah. We're here.
With a G.
Yep.
Toby's somewhere. We don't know where.
He's wandering around in the dark somewhere, but he'll be here soon.
It says they will need to connect their microphone.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
don't know.
Well, it's the day before Halloween.
This is the special Halloween episode.
Yeah,
is what we've
happy
discovered.
Halloween. Are you doing anything exciting?
No, we have a what we call our Halloween tradition. We've been here 12 years. We've probably done it, I want to say, at least 10. I know we skipped last year and then maybe another year during COVID. But we always go to Linger, which is a restaurant here. A restaurant here that used to be a mortuary.
Yeah. Ollinger, right?
Yeah, Ollinger. And so they just turned the O off.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there a few times. They had the crickets.
Yes, they don't have that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they did have crickets.
And ants. There was like a rice with ants in it, I think.
I remember ordering it.
You didn't try it?
I did not try it.
I tried it. It was okay.
What good came of that?
None. And when I was in Miami, I tried some ice cream at Salt and Straw, and it was their Halloween ice cream, and it had crickets and it had mealworms in it. And I tried a taste of it, and it definitely tasted like bugs.
Really? Sounds disgusting.
It was gross.
It was gross. Well,
Jenny is saying, sup dudes. Hi, Jenny. Thanks for joining us.
Sup, Jenny, from the block. Or not. I don't know. Toby is apparently, he's saying his camera and his microphone is plugged in, but he's not getting anything and he doesn't know how to fix it. So
maybe no Toby tonight.
Maybe no Toby. He's got a phone. He could always get on his phone, but
will he do that?
The chances are low. But we have a guest.
We do, but first, if you like our podcast, make sure you like and subscribe, because that's my job, the like and subscribe. There we go. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Instagram. Are we on TikTok yet?
No, but we are on Facebook
now. Facebook right now. Cool.
First time. I don't know if anybody can watch.
Oh.
I don't know how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're still on Facebook, there you go. It's on there too. And we have a special guest. And do you want me to introduce?
Yeah, you can go and introduce, because Toby is still, he's going in and out, but he doesn't. He's not working, so he's not here today.
Oh, okay. All right. So Toby's not coming. Okay. Well, so our guest is Deon Blackwell, and I have known Deon since about 2006. I would guess probably for you 2008 or 9, probably
2008. Yeah.
2008. Yeah. And he is a really talented ceramics artist and mixed media artist, and he does some just really fun experimental things. He's working for an art center in Florida, which I'm sure he might tell us a little bit about. And he's just a really great guy. So
hold on.
Yeah.
You're way better than Toby at that.
Oh, well, I just, I'm just the like and subscribe guy. So,
wow. Well, maybe you just got a new
maybe
job.
we're switching roles.
I don't know. He can't even connect his computer. So anyway, Deon Blackwell.
Hey, Deon.
Hey guys.
Welcome to the show. We're sorry that Toby doesn't know how to work anything, but you're not missing out, really. It's really the jux of it.
Jim did a good job of intro there.
Oh, thank you.
Cooler than I probably should, though.
Yeah. So what's up, Deon? How have you been?
Good. Staying busy. Family stuff. Jobs, everything like that.
I don't even know. I don't think I've ever even met your daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That might be true. She just turned 10.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Wow. I mean, I haven't lived there in 12 years, but I'm just old.
Yeah, she's a little version of me, which is kind of scary for me.
That might be scary for a lot more people than just you. Just saying. Before we get started, I would be if I don't get this out of the way, I'll be upset. About once a week, my wife will remind me of your tweeted film for Silence of the Lambs. She brings it up all the time. If there's like weird scrapped food, she puts it on her face, and then she's like, "I'm Deon from Silence of the Lambs." So,
maybe Deon, would you like to add context for people who don't know?
I don't think we need to.
I don't think you guys have actually talked about Swedefest on your podcast yet.
I'm sure we haven't. No,
Probably not. No, yeah, you can enlighten us.
Well, came from the movie Be Kind, Rewind, right? It was Jack Black and I think Most Def was
Yep.
in that. Yep. And they accidentally erased a bunch of videotapes in a video store. So they went out and, with no money, tried to record all the videos that were in the video store. And that became kind of the precipice for Swedefest. So we started making our own films, taking blockbuster movies and for no money, remaking them and making some very terrible videos.
Amazing.
But we'd rent out a theater and show these terrible videos in the theater, and that just elevated them, sort of. So
they're good.
Turn them into these very crazy things that
that was
had a little bit of a following for a while.
Yeah, we were doing what 2 a year for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I only did the first couple because I moved, but yeah, it was fun. Deon, you did Silence of the Lambs. What other films did you do?
We all did Sweetlejuice, which was pretty fun. I did Rad, the 80s bicycle movie. Critters.
Crew Jones, man. Crew Jones.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I did quite a few. Critters. I don't know if I ever showed all of them, but Critters was one of my favorites that I did.
Nice.
Yeah,
Top
that
Gun.
was fun.
Yep.
Oh, I do remember Top Gun.
Oh, yeah, that was on the very first one.
That was like the very first Sweetfest. Yeah, that was awesome. So, Jim, it's the Halloween episode.
Mm-hmm.
We have a special return surprise guest entry person coming in to bring back. Oh, we're just going straight for it. Brett's here, but Brett's here, but he has brought the Skyline Chili special Halloween edition orange noodles. Look how good that looks, Jim.
I mean, it looks pretty good.
Look how much chili or so much cheese.
It's a lot of cheese.
I only see cheese.
Yeah. No, there's spaghetti there. I see it.
Brett, are you going to eat this? Brett's not talking. Brett's not going to eat this. Brett is done with this. Brett is like, I just thought it would be funny to show. I'm not actually going to just eat it.
I mean, it's midnight.
Though, right?
I mean, I'll eat a little bit of it, but no one wants to watch me eat on camera.
I just wanted you to take some bites and just describe it and tell us about the cheese consistency. What kind of, like on a blade setting, like. I'm kidding. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, no. Hey, the cheese is the best part, in my opinion. It's always
like
really
like cheddar, or
yeah, it's just like a nice like shredded cheddar, but it's always like light and like fluffy.
And that comes with the spaghetti.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
the cheese comes with everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the three-way is the chili, the noodles, and the cheese, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then the five-way adds onions and
beans. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I would like that.
And you can make a stop at the four-way in between as well with just the onions.
Okay.
Or the beans, I guess. But
look at him. Stop at the four-way in between. That's like you got your fucking Skyline lingo down.
I mean,
sir.
I asked the girl at Skyline how I could describe that, and that's what she didn't know.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you like did your Skyline homework. Maybe went to Skyline school. I didn't know.
No, I mean, I just know what the menu is.
Do you
3, 4, and 5 way, or you can get the chili dogs.
Have you
Chili
ever
dogs.
coached somebody who's never been there while you're standing at the menu? You're like, what you want to do is do the 4-way or whatever. Like to a
No.
complete stranger? No.
No, because I don't.
Brett's
ever
not an
go.
ambassador of the Skyline. I
No.
thought because he took me to other states surrounding Ohio and I made him take me to Skyline twice that he liked Skyline, but in fact he was just being a nice guy.
Okay.
On his bachelor party weekend, he was just being a nice guy and entertaining me, not actually wanting to go to Skyline. Is what I've found out. How many years have you been married now, Brett? Like 15 years?
Coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up on 15.
So 15 years of lies with Brett is what I've learned.
Hey.
It's not
That's
lies.
not-
It was
no.
very nice.
No, I enjoy eating Skyline. I just don't do it regularly. So
Deon, I recall that you like chili, right? Are you into the Skyline chili?
I have honestly never had Skyline chili.
There's one in Clearwater, I know. And then there's some closer to Orlando, I think, is what Brett was saying. Like Kissimmee area.
yeah, Celebration.
Celebration, there we go.
Yeah.
No, we're more of the traditional spicy, like crazy, so much meat in it, beans kind of chili that, you eat and feel bad immediately. But
You don't feel bad. You feel hopeful. You
like you
conquer the
can't
world.
move, kind of.
Conquer
Yeah.
the world. So Deon, are you like only a homemade chili guy? Or is there like a chili? There's like a place that you're like, if I'm gonna eat chili, this is the spot.
It's homemade only. I don't know any place that has a good chili. Not
feel
around
like-
here anyway.
I feel like I've seen you eat Waffle House chili.
Yes, I've eaten Waffle House chili, but I think that's a requirement being in Florida.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Waffle House chili? Is it? It's a lot like Wendy's chili. That it gets more meatier as the week goes on, right?
I'm not sure.
Anybody?
They just throw all their leftovers in there. It's
I
whatever.
believe so. I believe so. I mean, there's not a lot of leftovers at Waffle House, I would say. Not in the same way that Wendy's does. 'Cause
No, but
Wendy's-
it's more soupy. It's like they just throw a little bit of meat in there, and it's kind of like I get the grilled cheese on top of it and the pickles, and so yeah, Waffle House is pretty decent.
You can get the chili like smothered and covered and all that stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to think. Fast food, like Wendy's is the only place that I would order chili from that I can think of.
Panera's decent.
Panera, okay.
Yeah, they've got
They
it's like a
have
turkey
chicken
chili.
Yeah, turkey and
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Jason's Deli probably has a good chili. I think. I feel like I've had chili from there. But then we're getting to fast cash, not necessarily fast food. So,
I have noticed something listening to you guys on your podcast.
what's that? Uh-oh.
Food is a main topic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's obvious.
I mean, that's why I offered to come back with the exclusive unique food.
It was only available today and tomorrow, correct?
Yeah,
Like,
today and tomorrow.
Like those orange noodles aren't there all the time. That's a special edition.
Yeah.
Have we talked about the Wendy's SpongeBob hamburger debacle?
I don't think so.
Do you guys know about this?
I see the ads for it on Reddit.
So apparently Wendy's did a promotion with like a SpongeBob Krabby Patty burger. I'm hope I'm saying that right. I don't know anything about SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's just like Thousand Island they put on their regular hamburger. Apparently there's no special packaging. It's just
a different burger.
It's just a different burger
with different sauce.
with
Or
same burger with just different sauce. So I don't know. I would feel a little cheated.
Whoa.
Well, they
Well,
also had the pineapple frosty with it. If you got the meal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there is something else out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it made from the same pineapple that he lives in under the sea?
Hope not.
Okay. You're right there.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just moving my microphone.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. It was. I felt like I was stretching too much, so there's less stretching. But then now it's just like right in front of my face. So whatever. All right, Deon, DDR champion.
I had to throw something on there when you guys had Tiny Dancer and Caribbean Queen there. I thought I'd throw
I just
DDR
want to point
champion.
out that Caribbean Queen is 1984's best song. Did you play DDR? Were you a DDR guy?
I did play, yeah. I had lots of fun. I was one of the guys that put my arms over the back of the bar and just kind of threw feet at it, you know.
Oh, straight up, you're like mall DDR
Mall
guy.
arcade
I was an
DDR,
arcade guy
yeah.
when there were arcades. Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I just like that's. I never DDR'd.
What was your favorite song to DDR?
Oh, I'm drawing a blank. I stayed in the medium range. I never went up to the higher levels, so I
I
always
can never play
play-
those games.
yeah.
I suck at them.
Brett, you ever DDR or
No.
RRD'd?
I did not. No, my wife
you-
and I were just talking about this recently though, about like arcades and like what games we used to play.
Did you you were a Guitar Hero? Did you Guitar Hero or did you just like play guitar?
I mean, yeah, I like to play Guitar Hero,
Okay,
but never like in an arcade. I was more
I've seen
like
it
in the
in
90s
an
arcade. Yeah.
okay.
Like
What-
what was like the Daytona racing game? You like sat in the
Oh, yeah.
car and it
Daytona.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Daytona. Yeah,
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
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 they had that at the movie theater in the lobby, so like we would always hear Daytona.
He who
Yeah.
shall not be named makes that reference all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yes, Deon, you know who we're talking about, but we don't name him on here.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the guy. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So Deon's always been into video games. That's what I've always known. Like Deon,
Yeah.
I met
Yep.
Deon, and then your dog was named Link at the time, correct?
Samus.
Zelda.
Samus.
Samus. Yep. And my current dog is Princess Peach.
Oh,
There you go.
nice.
Going like all Nintendo. You're big, like straight up Nintendo dude, though, right?
Yeah, I'm Nintendo. Yep.
Okay.
But just a little bit ago, we were talking about arcades. Like I used to walk from my middle school and junior high down to the arcade. Did you guys do that? Like after school, just go
Oh yeah.
to the arcades, and then like what games did you like line up to play?
Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
like the first one.
hmm
Like I remember just like that being just enamored with that, and then like NBA Jam. Those are probably like the two. I remember when I was younger, like at the arcade at the skating rink, just Zaxxon being like my jam.
Yeah. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em up game, that was like one that I remember when I was
Okay.
like first started going to the arcade, but it was more like Mortal Kombat 1 through 3. I remember just putting the quarters up on the cabinet.
Oh, the I'm next quarters.
Yeah, the I'm next quarters, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only other arcade like we had was like usually at our county fair. So it was like one time a year in the summer, I would spend like a week in that arcade playing the Daytona, Mortal Kombat, occasionally like Street Fighter. If
Did y'all
Mortal
not have
Kombat
them
was like
all?
too busy. Not close.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
we had an
close.
Aladdin's Castle in the mall. That was the name of the arcade.
Ours was Barrel
Nice.
of Fun, and it was a barrel that you walked in.
Okay.
It was
Well,
a barrel.
mine
It had a
was,
giant
There were
barrel.
games inside it though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine was the silver screen. It was a dollar movie theater, so you could go watch a dollar movie, and then the lobby they had a little atrium of video games, and they had Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, the classics, you know, 1 quarter, 1 play kind of thing, and I would line up for hours just playing those classic arcade games.
The arcade's reminding me that Deon and I have like a weird connection that I don't even know if he remembers. I've told him about this, but Deon, you grew up in
Pensacola.
Pensacola, right? I grew up in Wenatchee, Washington, and when I was in like the beginning of high school, this kid named Barry Nellums started coming to probably junior high, and he started at our school, and I used to go to the arcade with him, but he went to elementary school with Deon.
Really?
Right?
I
Barry
actually
Nellums?
remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when he said, like, when we talked about this one time, and you said, "Oh, you grew up in Pensacola," and I said, "Oh, I knew this guy from Pensacola," and you were like, "Oh, I remember that name." So it's this weird small world, but we used to go to the arcade all the time.
It is a small world. I remember randomly, I don't know, Brett, this is your story, but Brett like randomly texts me in Hawaii, and he's like, "Do you know this person? Do you remember this, Brett?"
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Tell the story, because I'm going to butcher it, because I don't remember. I just remember that I just think it's funny.
Yeah. So my wife and I were on vacation on Oahu in Waikiki, and we went out to eat at some random restaurant. I don't even remember where it was now. We ordered a beer and showed our IDs, and just like our waitress was like, "Oh, Clarksville, Tennessee. I used to live there." I was like, "Oh, cool." And she goes, "Yeah, do you know Robb Fladry?" I was like, "I do know Robb Fladry." And so I had to send them a text.
She said, how the hell does that happen?
I don't know. We just assume that you know everyone, and if your name comes up in conversation, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I know Rob."
I mean, I know I got peeps.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty common occurrence.
That's the first time you've ever actually told me the story. You texted me.
Yeah.
But all right, that's cool. I don't know who it was, but that's cool.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm gonna go to Hawaii again. I enjoy going there. I was born there. That's why they know me. It's not
like, oh, he's home.
I was born on King Kamehameha Day, for those of you who are keeping track of your Hawaiian history. Which you're not.
Deon, I just want to let you know, Vince Krall has joined the Instagram chat. So,
yeah.
I know you
I
guys
should pull
know
that
each
up
other.
on the other one here.
Yeah, Jim doesn't ever let me know what's going on the Instagram chat, and then I get yelled at.
Oh, we had quite a few few comments on the Instagram.
See, you can interact with them. You can shout them out if you want. I don't know.
Well, right now, Vince is yelling Deon, all caps.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe there's a reason we don't go there. Just kidding. Hi, Vince. I met Brett in undergrad, met Deon in grad school, and now we're on a podcast talking about spaghetti
And Hawaii. Arcades.
And video games.
See, this is how life is. It's full circle. And both of you are like, why am I up at midnight on this podcast?
No, I actually planned for it. I took off work a little early, came home, took a nap, and then woke up for this. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We do appreciate the people who come in prepared with their naps, unlike Brett. Brett's like, oh, I didn't think about a nap.
No, hey, I took a nap today or tonight.
Oh, hey, naps are awesome.
Yeah, put my daughter to bed. We were laying on the couch watching Parks and Rec like we always do. Falling it, and I was like, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna set an alarm for like 11:30 on my watch, and took about like an hour snooze before I came on.
See, smart.
So, yeah.
By the way, Vince said sorry and then did hi Deon in all lowercase.
You're not trying to be that aggressive.
Well, no, I always sign my name in all caps anyway, so usually people send it back to me.
See, Deon is aggressive, is what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
He's always yelling his name.
Yep.
So Pensacola has that's where the weird bar with all the dollars is, right?
McGuire's, yeah.
McGuire's. There we go. I've been there. I
don't think I've been there.
Maybe
I
I
go
put
to
$1
Pensacola
on it.
regularly, but
Oh, yeah,
I don't think
'cause
I've been there.
in-laws are over there, right?
Yeah. They live in Navarre, which is not far from Pensacola.
Yeah, that place is world famous.
For the dollars, right?
Yeah. The food's okay, but yeah, the dollar thing is the popular thing.
fish and chips, I think.
Mm.
They got good fish
Really
and
good.
chips. Is
Yep.
Vince is saying Rush ate there, so it must be good.
Well, that makes it worth it, right?
Must be good if Rush ate there. Today's Tom Sawyer was constructed while looking at the dollars. He's like, you know
Eating
what?
Fish and chips.
I'm eating this Atlantic cod here, and I would like to write a song about today's Tom Sawyer.
And Vince also ate there and saw their dollars.
Oh, he saw the Rush. Oh, did he go there especially for the Rush dollars? That would make it even better. What other places? What else does Pensacola have to offer?
I don't know if I'm a great ambassador for him.
Are you pro or maybe not so pro on the Pensacola?
No, I enjoy Pensacola. I grew up there. It's just, I have family all over the place, but Pensacola is like the city of 5 flags. So it was Spanish, English, French, Confederate, and the United States.
But
So all those
Confederate part of the United States? I don't know. I don't really know this revisionist history that we learned in
they just
Tennessee.
flew the flag, so
I think that was the issue, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Too many flags.
Too many flags.
Too many flags was the issue, or are you saying Pensacola has too many flags? And you grew up there your whole life, like until you went to Tampa, or did you go somewhere else?
No, I went to Mississippi.
Okay. Undergrad was in Mississippi?
I went to a community college near Biloxi, Mississippi, and then I went to Delta State in Cleveland, Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
I know
was a
somebody
music
who
major.
teaches at Delta State.
Yeah, you play
yeah.
trombone or something, right?
Trombone and euphonium,
trumpet?
yep.
Oh,
No,
okay.
trombone and euphonium, low brass, yep.
Okay. What's a euphonium?
Here, I'll show you.
Oh.
The big one is a euphonium, then a baritone, then
Okay.
those are all my
Okay.
bugles.
Oh, nice.
Euphonium is like a mini tuba.
Do you get to play very often?
Not those instruments. I still play my trombone quite a bit. It's the easiest one
Okay.
to play.
Okay.
I'm also in Glitter Chariot, so I play with
That-
them.
Yeah, have you played with them recently?
I played for Wally's retirement, which
Oh,
was
nice.
last year.
Yeah. That's cool.
So yeah,
Good show.
I was a music major before I was into art.
And what made you make that switch over to art? That's what I'm always.
I was doing
interested
both.
in. Like,
I
okay.
double majored in art and music, and then your last year you have to pass proficiencies and do your performances in music. And I was like, no, I'll just do my thesis in art, and so
Okay.
I dropped the music at the end.
And did you decide to go straight from undergrad to grad school?
I was out maybe 2 years.
Okay.
From undergrad to grad. I moved to Tampa, kind of explored this area, and then I knew I wanted to get into grad school at USF, so took a year off, and then I went back to USF.
Oh, so you moved here and then applied.
Yeah, I applied the first time right out of grad school or right out of undergrad and did not get in, but I wanted to go back, so I moved to Tampa and then got in.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, USF.
I know. I'm just like, oh, grad school. Brett didn't go to grad school because he's smarter than me. That's what I
did not
say.
go to
All of
grad
us,
school.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was great, but it's a cult. It's a cult. I don't know. I don't know if it's an actual cult, but what are the requirements? I think it meets the textbook requirements of a cult, though.
I don't know if I know enough of the textbook requirements, but
You've seen the documentaries.
you have to go to all the events,
There you go. There's somebody that wears pants.
be present all the time.
Who would be the leader of the cult, though? We gotta blindly follow somebody.
Well, so
it
that's
depends
where
on
the
the
thing
discipline.
is. It's like whoever the instructor is, they expect you to blindly follow them. Maybe that's where the cult part came from, because it's not really cult-like. It's not cultish. It's silly, though. Like, grad school's silly. Like, the whole idea of it maybe it's just my experience. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was just the experience that I went through, but it's very much like a hazing. Like, because once you get out, you have the same degree as the people who you got the degree from. Like, so they very much like, especially in a 3-year program, I feel that it's like set up to like, you know, make you feel welcome. Here, come drink the Kool-Aid. Enjoy this. And then year 2, it's like, haha, I'm gonna shit on everything that you have done in your life. Like, let me
do better.
Like, ha ha ha, you suck. Why are you even here? And then year 3, it's like, all right, man, you can just do whatever the hell you want. That's how I felt like. Like, it felt, and it feels very like, I don't know, feels like everybody's trying to get one over on you.
There is a little bit of a game that's played. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Deon, what was your experience? What do you think?
Not quite as severe as yours, probably, but I get the
It wasn't
second year.
severe. I mean, it wasn't like horrible. It was just like whatever. But
No, I
people are
enjoyed.
like, I'm gonna go to grad school.
I was in the studios with Alan Lepper.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
Alan Hampton, and
he who should not be named too, right?
no, he was after me, so I didn't
Okay.
know that person until later. But,
okay, because Alan and that person were in the same group together.
yeah, and that's how I met Alan. So
Yeah.
yeah, but he was in the studio with me, or at the other end of the studio, and he was playing with Pig's Blood, you know,
Mhm. Yeah.
while I was playing with Salt. So he was on one
Mhm.
side with Pig's Blood, I was on the other side, and I met him playing Smash Brothers actually. So another video game reference that we would get a little tournament going in the studios every weekend. Jaime from
Yeah.
CAD, he would play, and then me and Jeff Sapsford. I don't know if you remember Jeff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He would get in. We'd play tournaments.
Fantasy football team with him.
Oh,
So my first studio mates there at USF, one of them was Larry. Do you remember Larry?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I would come into the studio and
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
all the lights would be out, and he would be up against a computer watching Purple Rain, and just like 6 inches from the screen, just watching Purple Rain, and he would sing the songs, and then
That sounds like grad school to me.
and then I would walk in, I'm like, oh hey, and then he'd be like, he'd just start talking to me about fishing, and yeah. And then Alex Constantino was in there as well.
Wow, you had a eclectic group there. Constantino's another fun one to talk about.
Yeah, I need to connect with him. That's been a while.
Brett, do you still want to go to grad school? You seem...
No, I haven't really thought about it in a long time. I mean, because I thought, I might do it at some point just to be able to teach. But
I think less and less. It depends on where you are. I will say less and less that's becoming a requirement, especially for stuff like what you're doing. Like, you have a design background. You'd probably teach designers, but you'd probably be teaching the coding side of things, I would think. So
yeah. I don't know.
A lot of schools do an occupational experience credit too. So depending on how many years in the field you have, you can get a master's degree. Sort of, it can basically be a substitute for that.
That's how I ended up teaching before I went to grad school. You remember that? You were still a student when I was teaching. Experience in lieu of a degree. That's what it was. It sucks. But anyway, so Deon, many moons ago, we did it right on Thanksgiving, Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving, and it's a tradition that you have kept up with. You want to tell us about this tradition?
I am so impressed that you've kept this up as long as you have. But
I don't know if it's actually impressive or scary, but I mean,
maybe a little bit of both, maybe a little sad in there too. But it's cool.
Yeah. Every Black Friday, I go out intentionally into the masses. I try to find the retail stores that are the worst, the Walmarts, the Targets, the Best Buys, where people are going to be door busting or whatever, and I will join the crowd and only buy orange Tic Tacs.
Just one
And-
pack of orange Tic Tacs, right?
Yeah, one pack of orange Tic Tacs.
And you've been doing this for like
2011.
2000.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say 12 years, but it's more than that. So
Well,
Yeah.
this year would be 13.
Yeah.
Or did you stop for COVID, or
Nope.
you were in Florida? They didn't,
they
have,
didn't
COVID.
have COVID.
There was no COVID here. It was
Yeah.
That's a rumor. But no, I went out with a mask, and I think that year was Michael's for COVID year. I went to Michael's craft store, and it was actually pretty packed, and I bought my orange Tic Tacs from the lady behind the counter who looked at me like I was crazy.
I mean,
and
kinda.
you kind of
Yeah.
like document it every year too, right? Like,
Yep. Every year
ever
I
since that 1 year that went, the first year wasn't. Alan was with us.
Yeah, Alan.
there was a night where we were camped out at Best Buy, I believe, and
Yeah.
Yes.
and Rob had to buy a waffle maker. Was it a waffle maker?
Donut
It
maker.
was a donut maker.
Donut. The
It was like
Simpsons donut maker.
$10. It
Yeah.
was like $10. It was awesome. Mini donut maker. And let me tell you, that thing does not. It's not here. We gave it away. We took
Yeah,
it to
no.
Goodwill. We used it one time, and never again.
But we stood in the cold in the night with people lined up getting TVs.
Okay. All right. All right. When you say the cold,
It was Florida.
The Florida
it
cold.
was Florida cold. It was
Yeah.
like 62 degrees.
Well, yeah,
Like,
I got my Snuggie back there. I was about to go put it on, but I'm a Floridian, remember?
that's true. That's true. But it was not cold by any means.
No.
But that was almost one of the last nights that you could do like an all night thing. Like we
Yeah.
went there at, I don't know if it opened at midnight or opened at 10, or I think it was midnight.
It was late, or it seemed like it was super early in the morning or late at night.
I
Yeah,
think it was a midnight. It was a midnight one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then we like went all night till like early in the morning, and
Mm-hmm.
then went home with, you had Tic Tacs and I had a fucking waffle maker or a donut maker and a bunch of video games or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, there was one year that I think it was Old Navy did a doorbuster at
yeah.
midnight that we got video games.
And we got to connect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I must have been here at that point, I guess.
Or was it a Connect game?
It was a Connect game. Yeah.
So,
I don't know if you were. I think you were still in Florida then.
okay.
It was really early. It was like
You know what? Maybe we went there and I just didn't have a Connect, or I didn't care about a Connect game from Old Navy.
You weren't willing to sit through the 50 people in line that were trying to get terrible blue jeans to get a video game.
No. Brett, what's your thoughts on the Black Friday? Have you done it? Have you participated?
No.
Just don't
It's
care.
not the same anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's starting to like die down a bit where the doorbusters aren't really
nobody
there.
gets trampled anymore.
no. Well, like my in-laws both were like managers at Walmart's,
Mm-hmm.
so always heard all of the horror stories, and we just always stayed away from doing anything.
I mean, the last few times I've wanted to get something on Black Friday, I'll look at the ads, and yeah, there's maybe it's usually a TV or something, and they're like, yeah, there's a good price, but you just buy it online and go pick it up like within 3 days.
Hmm.
I got a TV last year, like a 75-inch TV, but like I bought it and picked it up like a week and a half later because Jim went with me. Like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
like it wasn't like I didn't have to go get it that day, but I got the good price. So
I think it's more about the crazy humanity part of it. That's what I always found interesting when we went out.
I just don't think that it's the same anymore.
No.
I know my dad and I went and got TVs at Best Buy. They had like a 50-inch TV for like $150 or something, like a Chromecast TV. And I got one and he got one. He went to one Best Buy and I went to another, but they just give you coupons to come back later. So you go at like 2:00 in the afternoon on Thanksgiving, but then they're like, all right, just come back tomorrow. Here's your coupon. Takes the fun out of it,
Yeah.
Deon.
Not fun. If
No, that's
nobody
why I get
gets
the
stepped
Tic
on.
Tacs.
I know.
Don't have to elbow an old lady.
Have you run into any issues with the Tic Tac purchasing procurement?
Yeah, and I documented that there's a lot of places that don't carry Tic Tacs, which is pretty sad. But
It's like there's a Tic Tac alliance against the Tic Tacs.
I used to make little YouTube videos of reviewing how things are laid out for Tic Tacs. Like my truck has a little pocket in the console that Tic Tacs fit in perfectly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
It's the official Tic Tac pocket.
yeah.
You know, gum, like chewing gum, they don't sell chewing gum on Disney property. Did you know that?
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah.
Which makes sense because they just
They don't want it on the ground.
Yeah, but smart.
So while we're talking about candy, tomorrow is Halloween.
So the Halloween ish episode. Woo, spooky.
Do you guys have costumes that you have ready for tomorrow? Is there anything exciting that you're planning? Like what's going on for both of you?
You both have kids, so like kid costumes involved.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
You can look right behind me. I got several of my costumes on the wall there. I'll be using my BoJack Horseman probably at work.
Oh,
So I
nice.
cosplay as BoJack Horseman. And then Lily is going as the Queen of the Undead, my daughter. So that skull on the
Okay.
top of the rack, I made that for her. So she's going to have the undead skull and everything.
Oh, nice.
How old is she? 10?
She just turned 10, yeah.
Brett, how old's your kid?
8.
Jim, how old are your kids?
Um,
Oh.
11.
10, Piper will be 11 in February. She's
Right.
10 right now, and Paige is 7.
Okay, don't act like you weren't, surprised by that question. Dad of the year over here.
I know their ages.
I mean, Toby can't even think of his second daughter's name, so he's not here to defend himself. He can't use a microphone. So costumes,
Yeah.
Brett. What about you?
I probably will not be dressing up. I mean, I've got one I can use. It'll be Andy Dwyer's alter ego of Burt Macklin from Parks and Recreation. I don't know. With the beard, it kind of limits like my costume, like people I can dress up like. But yeah, I'll do that. My daughter is going to be a character from the Disney zombies movies. It's going to be her name's Winter. I think she's like a werewolf.
Oh, okay.
But I made her the character has like this gem necklace that like glows. So I made her one out of like some acrylic sheets and like a little LED last week.
Nice.
So yeah, she broke it every time that she's worn it so far.
That's why kids are supposed to, get it out of their system now, right?
I mean, I gotta make it better. I gotta make the connections, the LED connections a little bit more.
I mean, I wasn't going to talk
rigid.
about the craftsmanship, Brett,
It was
but
it was all me, because I told her to be careful with it, and then somehow both times she wore it, like 2 hours later, she's like, "Dad, the battery's dead." And I'm like, "No, it just broke."
Dad, your craftsmanship is shoddy. You're getting only a 3-star review, and that's only because you're my dad.
I think I got it this time though. I got super glue. The connections are a little bit more sturdy. So we'll see how long it lasts tomorrow night.
All right. Yeah. Are you gonna have to like follow her around with a soldering iron just in case?
I'm probably not going to go that far, but yeah. No, I will be walking around with her tomorrow night. Hopefully it doesn't rain. We're supposed to get rain like all afternoon and like evening tomorrow. So
Cold rain or
kinda
just
sucks.
regular rain?
just regular rain. It's like low 60s right now. So
Oh, okay. Jim, what about you?
Piper is going to be a character named Dog Day from a game called Poppy's Playtime. And Paige is going to be Megan from the Blumhouse Megan movie.
All right. What about you?
Oh, me? I am going to be a werewolf, and so is my dog. So we will be a werewolf walking another werewolf around with the kids.
And your
So-
costume matches Willow.
Yeah.
Your dog's
She'll be wearing like a tore up flannel shirt, and I will be as well. And we're the same. We're gonna have the same color of like fur. So yeah,
Nice.
maybe she's.
I
A
do
little
miss
further
the
along.
Smokey the Bear costume you have.
Yeah, that one's one of my favorites. But I also have a Jason costume too. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna just go with the dog this year. So,
I like it.
did you see my Skeletor from last year, Deon?
I did. Fantastic one, yeah.
That's
thanks.
a pretty epic.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that one.
Do you feel that your costumes maybe have let people down this year, Jim?
Maybe, but I just didn't have a lot of time. But
Okay. All right, just saying.
But you know, when I was Skeletor last year, all these dads wanted to take their picture with me. It was like I was like Mickey Mouse for a night or something, and there was all these.
I have to deal with that every time I do the Mandalorian Merc stuff or the 501st
sure.
stuff. So
Yeah,
you'd be surprised how many people are slapping you on the butt plate in your armor.
Jim requests that is the weird thing, and he's not wearing armor.
it's just a furry loincloth. Yeah.
Do you feel weird that it's like the middle-aged dads and not like the hot moms that are wanting to take the photos with you?
Yeah, whatever. So,
All right,
they get it.
equal
That's cool.
opportunity. I know you go both ways. It's fine. It's fine. Shelly and I generally wait till the day of Halloween to decide on our costumes, and then we go rob some people of their attire and beat them up and leave them in an alley, and then we just go as them for the rest of the night. Use their credit cards. It's great.
Okay.
It's kind of like disguise. It's fun. Kidding. We don't actually do that.
Might be called identity theft. I'm not sure.
We don't like
Or
open
battery.
checking
I think
accounts.
there's a battery in there.
You know, we don't open checking accounts. We just kind of we go, hey, we're going to go out and pretend to be you. No, we don't do that. I haven't really dressed in a Halloween costume like Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World. It was like the last.
You were Prince last year.
I was Prince last year. That's right. I forgot. Because
Bringing it back to Prince.
If
Where's Larry at?
Where is Larry?
It's a suite as well, right? You guys suited
No. We didn't.
Yeah,
We didn't
do
do
that one.
Oh.
No, we just.
I think that was an Alan one. Alan
Yeah,
did that
maybe.
one.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, and I had really tall platform boots.
Yeah.
To the point where I almost broke my. They were like a foot tall platform, size 13 platform boots.
He was a giant with those on.
I know, but Prince is a short man, and he always wore heels, so I felt that I needed to try to do that, and I knew where a pair of size 13 platform boots were that weren't being used, that had dry rotted. Funny enough, like they've just been sitting there for like 10 years in a storeroom. So, and then it's daylight savings time this weekend, which is stupid.
This is the good one though.
The fallback, so we get an extra hour.
Yeah, this is the good one. The spring one's always one that kind of feels like it sucks.
Well, I woke up at like 7:30 this morning, and it's still dark out.
Mm-hmm.
It was not like that 2 days ago, or maybe it was, and I just didn't pay attention. But it feels like it was like 6:30. It was still getting light out, and then not anymore. But I guess that's part of the fallback. So if we were to get rid of daylight savings time, what time are we on? Are we on this week's time, or are we on next week's time? Does anybody know?
I think it's this week's time.
Yeah, I think they want it permanently on. Or off.
Standard time. So we're on standard time currently, right? Is that what they call this?
I don't know. I
Is this
can't
how
Google.
you can't Google it. It's stupid,
Google.
right? Like, who came up with this rule? My buddy Chris the other day, we were talking, and he's like, well, I'm not on your podcast, so I can Google it and know the fucking answer, and I don't have to wait around. I'm like, dang, I didn't realize that we're alienating people by not allowing them to Google. Who invented Google? Does anybody know?
Mr. Google? I don't know.
Like, I guess it wasn't a guy, but we talk trash about, like, we know Mark Zuckerberg, we know Elon Musk, we know Tom from MySpace, but we don't know who came up with Google. At least I don't.
I feel like I should know, but I don't.
You don't work for Google.
I don't. No.
Okay, that's good. I don't know. Maybe do you maybe possibly, is there a way that you possibly could work for Elon Musk somehow that you just didn't know?
No.
No, you don't think he could own part of your corporation that you work for?
No, he doesn't.
You say that with a lot of authority.
Yeah. I mean, I'm relatively familiar with who my company's investors are.
Okay.
So,
I don't know, Brett.
like like Mark Benioff from Salesforce. They're a large investor.
But maybe Alante Musquet might be an investor and you just don't know.
Maybe.
Would that stop you from work? That wouldn't change anything, would it?
No.
Except that you can be like, I work for a crazy person, but the check still works. Woo! I don't know.
Yep. I mean, some people might say I already work for a crazy person. So, there's some drama in our world right now.
There's always drama. Drama don't stop.
No.
Drama don't stop. All right, so all of you have daughters too. All three of you have daughters. How did that like? This is like a serious, heartwarming. This is a very special episode of them trying to meet you.
Okay.
Like, how did that change your just perception as being, like a male? Did it change it in any way when you like found out you were going to be a girl dad? Hashtag girl dad, Jim?
Well, for me, I was the only like male in my house, like from the time I was 2 forward until a stepdad came in here and there. My current stepdad too. So for me, I've always been around women.
Okay.
So I don't know if it really impacted me how it might someone else. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to revisit this question when your daughter starts dating.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Piper has a boyfriend.
Oh.
His name's Jeremiah. That kid's been following her around for a couple of years.
So Jeremiah is a stalker.
He seems like a nice kid.
Okay. All right. Okay. You don't want to call it Jeremiah on this podcast. I get it. You're worried about the backlash. I understand. Brett, Deon, what about you guys?
I don't think it changed me too much. Because like I mean I have a brother, but like I don't know, I feel like I was always friends with girls more than guys. So I was always kind of prepared. Like when I was at Austin P, like I mean obviously like I knew you and like Wesley and stuff, but on the weekends and stuff, I would go hang out with like 3 girlfriends and stuff at their house. So
they did your makeup though, right?
No,
because I remember you coming in on Mondays with like some eyeshadow.
Yeah.
So no changing. Deon, what about you?
I had a brother and a sister, and but no father figure. So when it came to me wanting to be a dad, it was just I just want to be a dad. It doesn't matter, boy, girl, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, yeah, you and Jim are in the same boat there. See, I guess I
enjoy it. It's pretty fun actually for me. Like,
yeah,
she's into costumes and playing things, and she's got action figures, so I get the boy toys and the girl toys at the same time. Legos are fun, so
yeah, same.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to create like a
Lego
gender divide here. I was just asking the question because like you see these hardened criminals. When I had my daughter, my whole life changed. And I understood what it meant to be a man. I'm like, okay, whatever. I think Cody Rhodes said that, who's a wrestler.
Well, it's funny you say that. When Piper was just a tiny baby, he who shall not be named and I went to like a weird little comic convention, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan was there.
Oh, okay.
And so I walk up to Hacksaw Jim Duggan with this tiny little baby, and I'm like, "Hey, can I get your autograph?" And he was just like, "Oh, girl dad, huh?" And he started telling me about how, like, before being the father to his daughters, he was doing drugs and like.
Rest my
and
case.
it's-
If Hacksaw Jim said it, then
So-
I know
and
that I was right.
oh, but yeah, he sat there and like we had this long conversation about being a girl dad, and there were like people waiting to get his autograph, and like Tatanka was on one side and Steamboat was on the other, or Tugboat.
Ooh, Tugboat. Tugboat.
And the WWE wrestlers, and we just sat there, and Adam, beep it out. He's just standing there while we're having this conversation about being a girl dad, and it was really funny. He's just like, "What is going on here?"
I just have always heard that, like in movies and stuff. So that's where it came from. Like, I don't necessarily think that it, you know. I think having a kid probably changes a lot of your perception too, because
Yeah,
you're like,
that's what I was thinking.
feel
I
like I'm
feel like-
responsible for someone.
Yeah, I think having a kid in general does that a bit.
Because like
But yeah,
literally
I don't know.
before you have a kid, like I don't have a kid, I murder someone, like it's just on me. But like after you have a kid, you murder someone, and then like you've ruined someone else's life. They have to change their name. They have to go through witness protection. You've ruined someone else's situation. Why would you do that, Brett?
Sorry.
This is what happens when, you know, you're like a gremlin. You can't be fed after midnight, and you took some of that skyline.
Hey, I haven't eaten it yet. I had a little bite of cheese, but
So
it's
what's your
still
reheat?
intact.
What's your reheat strategy with that?
At this point, I'm not really sure.
Okay.
It's got all the cheese on it now. Because like when you buy it to go, they just put the cheese in a bag and you put it on yourself.
Why don't you get a little shop vac and all the cheese up?
I mean, it was hot when I put it on there, so now it's a little melty.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I think that's going to be the strategy is just put it back in the microwave. Get
But
all
you
the
haven't
cheese
put the
melty and
oyster
just go for
crack.
it.
You haven't put the oyster crackers on yet. So
No, those are still intact.
look, they have their own Skyline branded oyster crackers, Jim.
I mean, that's cool.
I think you can buy those too, right? Like you can buy a
Yeah.
box of those.
Mhm.
See?
Yeah, you can buy them at the grocery.
Look at that. Skyline. Just making life great. All right, so now we're seeing all the Halloween decorations. What are thoughts on Halloween decorations? How they're going? Like they're getting kind of extreme. You guys pro?
I'm talking like
pro.
the 14, 15-foot skeleton kind of thing.
Skeletons, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one of those in my yard.
Nice.
You got the 12-foot skeleton?
Yeah, I got the 12-foot skeleton. We've got 4 or 5 like little, like maybe 2 or 3 foot skeletons,
Okay.
and we've got 3 like 5-foot skeletons this year as well. So
You don't have any
Yeah.
decorations,
Yeah.
like external decorations,
Yeah,
do you?
we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we-
you got something hanging from a
we've
tree.
got the little gold ones kind of up on the top of the deck, and then we've got the glow in the dark one and a bunch of like skeleton animals and stuff down in the yard.
What about you, Deon?
Nothing external. I just stare out the window for a few hours every night and scare people.
But you do
Okay.
that year round.
That's
Yeah.
not a.
So I mean,
okay.
nothing new.
Yeah, we didn't end up putting up any Halloween decorations this year because we were just like, we're gonna put the house up for sale at any moment, and you know, maybe all the inflatable things that I have don't need to go up. We got the like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. We have a 12-foot Jack Skellington that's like animatronic, like with the weird eyes and moving mouth and stuff. We have
Last
that.
year you just put a Santa jacket on it, right?
Yeah, we kept it up till Christmas and put it like a Santa hat on it.
I am
do
seeing more of
have
that stuff.
Yeah, I like
the
I like the
crossover.
multi-holiday. Yeah, I like the multi-holiday use. We did get an inflatable Undertaker from WWE Undertaker, but I haven't opened it yet. And I won't open it for this Halloween, but maybe like for WrestleMania, I'll open it this year. And what is that? April?
Yeah.
So, Spirit Halloween, huge fan. Shelly is a big fan of the TikTok videos of like people who've never gone to Spirit Halloween, generally foreign visitors. When they go in and then they walk by the animatronics or they step on the little pads and they get scared and fall on their butts. I love the Spirit Halloween. It's fun. We've been to the Spirit Halloween before.
Yeah.
But now they have Spirit Christmas shops.
Did you know that company, Spirit, is?
It makes sense. Like the packaging even makes like their packaging. Yeah, that makes sense. But Spirit Christmas, what are your thoughts? Like, so does that just mean like as soon as Halloween is over, like tomorrow they just like flip inventory? Are they all becoming Spirit Christmas?
I don't know. That's a relatively new thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is the first year.
Yeah, I think it's the first
I
year.
haven't seen one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You
that would
wouldn't
make
see it?
sense. You know, they get those temporary leases on, the stores. So if they can get a couple more months out of it, it probably makes it more appealing to whoever the landlord is.
So
Well, at what point does it just become the Spirit store?
Exactly. So, like in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and like a lot of travel, like tourist destinations, they always have like a year-round Christmas store too.
There's a bunch of those here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's one out in Inglewood.
Okay. So, like, what happens to those? Just, I don't know. I don't know about the Spirit taking over the world.
I put the Spirit Halloween movie on this morning, and I didn't make it past the first
Wait,
5
there's
minutes.
a movie?
Oh yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah, it's called the Spirit Halloween. It's got Christopher Lloyd in it.
What?
Yeah,
You're making this up.
No,
Hang
I'm
on,
not.
looking it up.
No, you
You
can't. look
can't
it
do
up.
this, Deon. That's
But
a rule.
You said I
gotta
can't
be looking
Google.
things
I
up.
was just gonna go straight to Amazon.
Well, you can't. Don't.
I'm
No,
not.
I'm
I'm
cheating.
not.
It's a real thing. I didn't make it past the first 5 minutes. He gets a curse put on him and dies.
Oh man,
So,
I'm so curious,
spoiler
but
alert.
yet
5
I'm
minutes.
not going to
first
watch
5
this.
minutes. First 3 minutes, maybe.
So on Colfax, which is like a main road here in Denver, out in Lakewood, the west, there is a Spirit Halloween store, but across the street is Disguises, which is like a local costume shop.
Yeah, year-round costume shop.
Yeah, but they have a sign that says "Get in the Halloween," and then Spirit in full-size letters in the same font.
Same colors.
Same
and
colors,
everything.
everything here, and then an arrow that says to turn left. Now the
Yeah.
Spirit is on the right,
Yeah.
but Disguises is on the left.
They're directly across the street from one another. It's so weird.
And that's their permanent like location, though they just moved, in the last couple of years they moved down the street. But I mean, I can't say it's not a bad idea.
Oh, maybe it's working. I don't know.
So Deon, you've got your your regular job, you got your family, but you also are doing the 501st with the Star Wars, with the Mandalorian, right? You mentioned that.
Yeah.
You got your artwork. You're not on the pods anymore. What are you making now? Zap, zip, zip. You got something. You got a word
Squats.
for it.
Squats. Yeah.
Squats. Okay, that's like
Yeah.
zaps or zips or. I don't know. Explain the squats. What's
Well, you
going on
remember?
here?
Yeah,
What
you remember
drugs were
Ryan
you
Berg?
on? Yes, I do.
Well, yeah. I learned to teach from him, and I learned ceramics from him when I was at USF, and I'm in the band with him at Glitter Chariot, and he is just the craziest guy I know. And he would randomly say out a word in the middle of class one day, and he'd yell out "squat" just to see who would turn around, and that kind of stuck in my head. So I've been building these little sculptures that are crazy organic shapes, and they have "squat" written across their face, like they're always yelling "squat."
All right.
Yeah.
Where
It's
can
weird.
people
It's meant
go
to be
find
weird.
your ceramics, Deon? Where can
My
they learn
website's
more
easiest
about
place.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
DeonBlackwell.com. Should I put it on the little? Should put it on the bottom here. DeonBlackwell.com.
Sweet.
Mhm.
All right, Deon. So if you've listened to the show before, you know that there is a secret word, and we use the secret word as a special secret word for only friends of the podcast that they can use it for the week as a special identifier. I'm making this up as I go, by the way.
Yeah, nobody ever tells us what the secret word is.
No.
They used to, but they don't anymore.
No, but people will come up and like tell me something that they heard on the podcast, and then I just like feel that they're about to say the secret word, be like, just maybe catch me up on like, 10 weeks of secret words, like use it in a sentence. No. But anyway, besides the fact, Deon, you're our guest. So you get to pick the secret word for this week. It's a very prestigious honor to come up with the secret word. Can be anything.
Well, let's just
it can
use
be a phrase.
Let's just use squat. I like squat.
Squat. All right. Well, Deon, thanks for coming by, hanging out with us. Brett, thanks for coming back and bringing the magic spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, you're kind of a replacement Toby tonight. That was kind of fun.
I know we like you better. We like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
better.
I bet he didn't watch.
I appreciate it.
No,
there's no way.
How would he? There's no way he watched. There's no way that he would even know how to watch. That's the thing. I'm not sure that he actually really knows what the name of the podcast is.
I'm not sure he knows that this is out there for other people. Like he's here with us usually, and that's it. It ends there. Like I don't know if he knows it's actually available on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the things now.
All the things. And they can like and subscribe everywhere.
They can, yeah. And they can sign up to be a guest.
Where do they go to sign up to be a guest?
On the link in the bio on the Instagram or on the website. And hopefully we can meet more people that we've never met before, too.
You can actually just go to bentryingtosignup.com.
Perfect.
Which we do actually have some guests coming up that are completely none of us. They're unknown entities. Next week, we have a completely unaffiliated, unknown entity, completely random out in the world.
They didn't go to USF. They're not grad school people.
Nope. They're just completely
someone's
random.
wife. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be an adventure.
It
Nice.
will be
I will
an
tune
adventure.
in next week.
Yeah.
Actually, I
There you
won't.
go.
I'll listen to it at 1.7x while I'm walking on the treadmill.
I know. I've heard more and more people were like, yeah, you sound a little different. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, I listened to your podcast and I listened to it in double speed.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, all right, good for you.
Yeah.
That's what the cool kids are doing these days. They're speeding things up. Anyway, thank you both. Deon, I will see you soon. I'll be back in Florida soon. We'll hang out. We'll go jet skiing.
Oh yeah. Or go over to Legoland or something.
We'll jet ski in Legoland, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, Rob, you're just a few months away from me having you go to Legoland to the Pick a Brick Wall and mail me stuff from there.
Okay. Just let me know. I guess that seems like an easy thing to do. I don't know what you're going to have to probably give me a blueprint, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Brett, thanks for coming by. Both of you have a wonderful Halloween, everyone. I hope you have a safe and awesome Halloween and you get the candy with all the drugs in it that apparently parents are worried about.
Still? That thing?
I don't know. I just don't see anybody spending the money to get that, but apparently everybody's bitching about the price of candy now, so maybe drugs are like fentanyl is cheaper than a Snickers at this point. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Or good news, depending on who you're
I guess. I don't know. I can't say that there's anything good about that. But anyway, everyone have a wonderful time, and I hope to see you guys next week.
Happy
Peace out.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Goodbye, everyone.